of the temple. It's like walking into the gates of heaven. And you walk along this road, and we're digging it day by day, and there's homes off to the side, and one of our excavators reached down and pulled out of the ground a golden bell with the chime in it. I was one of the first people to hold it in my hands. And that golden bell is written about in the book of Exodus, where it talks about the high priest in the temple, in the precinct of temple, in the holiest day of the year, next to the Ark of the Covenant. He wore a garment that had bells on them. You found the actual bell of the high priest of Jerusalem on the pilgrimage road right next to the temple. I mean, what could be better than this? And that's one of many, many discoveries that have been uncovered, that when you open up the Bible and you walk, it's not just reading. It's literally alive. It's real. And that is what the city of David is. That's why I've written the book, because every person has a calling. And when you are in the city of David, you listen to those stones, they're telling stories. They haven't forgotten. They were.
As I read his words, a solace I feel, his truths and his teachings, my wounds they
So roll the heavens here, which is that there is an incredible gem that has come to life after thousands of years, which is the actual city of Jerusalem from the Bible. And that is not what we thought was the old city. It's the small city of David founded by King David outside the walls of the old city. And with all the biblical discoveries that have brought the Bible to life, things like the seals from the book of Jeremiah and evidence of King David, there has been an attempt, as we know, by certain people who've tried to hush this story. They don't want the Bible to come to life because they feel if the Bible comes to life, then Israel comes to life. And these are people who are against Israel. The reason I wrote the book, Chris, is because every time you reach in the ground and you have a piece of pottery and it sends out a shockwave to Israel's enemies, the rest of the world needs to know the truth. And this is the truth that they didn't want us to know.
How does what you've been discovering for the last 20 years or more in the city of David, how does that refute what they've been claiming?
I'll give you one example. So we have the seal from the Bible, from the book of
storms, I call on his name. His love is my fortress. My heart is aflame.
Jeremiah of the minister of King Zedekiah who tried to kill the prophet. Now, we have his name, Yuchal ben Shlomiyah, in ancient Hebrew from beneath the ground. His name was found from a tablet that was written 1,200 years before Islam. Now, if you're right now teaching an entire Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, teaching an entire generation of Palestinians and Arabs throughout the Middle East that the Jews are colonizers in their land, how can I be colonizing my land if I was here thousands of years before Islam was even created? And so while we love to dig, and we want to dig everywhere because we want the stones to speak, we want to let them speak. Israel's enemies, that is the most dangerous message for them because it calls out their lie. It calls out the narrative that the Palestinians have been here forever, which is not true.